22-13 victory at Murrayfield in Scotland. Ireland able to bounce back and get off the mark finally in the competition.
Yeah, I mean, it was an important match for them because Scotland's such an unpredictable team when it comes to the Six Nations or any major tournament. Because there was this one chap I was talking to on the PlayStation 4 last night who was Scottish, and I said to him, "What is it with you, Scotland?" And he goes, "What?" And he's like, "Why is it? How come before a tournament we think you're actually going to do okay? Then you play rubbish. Then when we don't expect you to do anything, you actually win a big game." That's just Scotland for you. But Ireland, I think they're still in it. They've shown in the last few years, if you even just lose one match, you can still win the Six Nations. You need results going your way, probably, but I think at the same time they're still a team to watch. But they're just not good enough, and it's a shame because on a World Cup year, Ireland do this every time where they're just not up for it, and I just wonder one day will they ever win the World Cup. And I don't see why not, but just not this year, of course.
Yeah, it's a bit of a difficult situation for them. Joey Carberry, penalty and conversion in the game. Sexton, though, didn't look himself at all. It's quite unlike him, really. A quality player like him for Ireland, just not himself this tournament at all, after being reasonably held out in the England game too. And, as you already mentioned as well, Scotland had their chances. 70% of the first half was played in Ireland's end, yet they only managed to score 13 points. I mean, you can't see Scotland going much further in this tournament, can you?
Well, no, I think now it's just it's always that battle for the bottom position. It'll be them in Italy just making sure they don't get a wooden spoon. Yeah. But I'd imagine the Scotland-Italy game is, I don't know when that is, but maybe next week. I've no idea.
It'll be 2 weeks minimum because they've got a break.
But even so, it's just like Scotland will just look at that and think, right, we've got to win that. And they might beat France because France, I think, have been poor. Like the way they played against England yesterday, they were absolutely battered, short, left, right, and centre. And I think they had a good start against Wales, but France I think they're in the deep end as well.
Yeah, they're getting in a tough part for them. Italy versus Wales. Wales winning it by 26-15. Looked like they had dominated for most of the game, but they weren't really comfortable. Jack, 11th win now for Wales. Defensively strong, but an attacking display missing from the outcome of it. But after the first performance against Scotland, where they were down so heavily in the first half, 16-0, I think it was in the first half, for a bit of a turnaround for Wales. And the strong Welsh nation of rugby is expecting more from them, aren't they, in this tournament?
Well, yeah, I think obviously we had that height of football in Euro 2016, but the main sport in Wales is rugby. But I think it's safe to say that Wales have had the easiest start to the group so far, and it's whether the tests against England and Ireland and what that'll bring. I mean, I know England and Wales is always a tough game, but it's I think they've been lucky so far in what they got. I mean, the first game we were losing by quite a lot in the beginning, but to turn that around was big, and obviously the momentum in that has helped us into the second game. But whenever England and Wales play each other for this, it's that'll be the big test for Wales.
I think what's Warren Gatland said it spot on Saturday. He said we'll play better against England because he's right. Because Wales they've got the coach of Warren Gatland straight away, who's just an absolutely brilliant coach. He's just honest. He's just tough, isn't he? He knows rugby inside and out. That's why he was a good player. But I think you look at it where Wales will just know that even if they were the worst team in the Six Nations ahead of this match, there'd always be a close encounter because it's the rivalry. You could have Manchester City versus Man United, where even if we were still under Jose Mourinho, Man City may just have that little thing in their mind and think it's a rivalry like no other. It's just rivalry in sports. You can't beat it. And I think Wales will look at it and think we're not the favourites, but we're at home in a massive stadium, which I think is actually a better atmosphere than Twickenham.
Yeah.
So bring it on, come on, England. But if Wales win this, then there's 3 teams in this because every team would have lost. No, Wales haven't lost, have they?
No,
Wales have got to play Ireland, and I think Ireland could beat Wales. So it's like we could have 3 teams. For neutrals, this would be a really interesting championship, but I hope we win all 5 matches.
Yeah, and they're certainly on the right path towards doing that after a thrashing of France, 44-8 at Twickenham, Joe, on Sunday. May getting a hat-trick of tries, Slade, penalty try, and Farrell as well. Consistency pulling through for England, making the Six Nations triumph a real possibility, but got that key test coming up against Wales in 2 weeks' time. What would you take away from England's performance there against France?
Well, obviously France have been difficult on the fallen England side in the past, but obviously dominated from start to finish. Johnny May, did you say it was?
Yeah.
Doing what Johnny May does best. I always get his first name wrong, so that's why I was just double checking. And then he says Stevie May, and he's a footballer.
Brian May.
And obviously that was fantastic from England. Obviously, I want England to win the Six Nations. I mentioned this last week, being a proud Englishman myself, and then obviously having my sister being Welsh. It's one of those things I like to get one over and wind up, because basically my sister hates football, so I can't do it on the football front. So basically, it's going to be good if England win it. It's going to be hard. Like I said last week, it's going to come down to the England-Wales game. But England have got, I think it's bonus points from the first 2 games, so that should give them an advantage even if they do lose to Wales.
Yeah.
I think.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, no, I was just saying about the France team. What's going on with France rugby? Because I remember I was saying in the group chat yesterday on WhatsApp, no, you can't join, it's private. I just literally said, like, when I was growing up in the 2000s, I think France were one of those teams you always feared, because you always think they're always dark horses at either a World Cup or Six Nations. And there were some Six Nations tournaments where they would actually go on to win. And I remember, like, the final day of the 2006 Championship, I can't remember, where England had won the match just before the France game, but we had to rely on like Wales doing us a favour. Of course they didn't, and France won the Six Nations. But I just remember growing up, France was that rugby team you'd have as their 4th contender for the championship, but not this time. They've already lost 2 in a row, so that's it for them. They're not going to win it, obviously, but I don't know what's happened to them. The last few years, as records will show, Ireland and England and Wales have been the teams to watch. And
was it back in 2010 when France last won it or something?
I think
didn't they win every game or something ridiculous?
Yeah, they did the Grand Slam. So it's been a while, and you know, you worry for France because we always want to see these big contenders there. But come the World Cup as well, England have got France in the Rugby World Cup as our last poll game, and at this rate, I don't think it's going to be much of a game.
Yeah, so England sit at the top of the table with 2 wins and 2 bonus points, meaning they sit on 10. Wales are in second with 8 points from 2 wins. Scotland are in third with a 1 win, 1 loss, and a bonus point on 5. Ireland are in fourth with a win and a loss with 4. France are in fifth with 2 losses and a bonus point on 1. And then Italy are in last place with just the 2 losses and nil point, as they say in your Eurovision song contest stuff.
We've picked our song.
Yes.
Rubbish.
So this Wales versus England clash coming up in about 2 weeks' time, Jamie, it looks like it could be the decider. And you've already played into account how big of an atmosphere the Millennium Stadium. I think it's,
well, I mean, if you really want to go down the route of principality, no one calls it that.
All sponsorships and all that stuff.
I hate that. Why? You know, I mean, why?
So what they're going to call it now? They're going to change Twickenham to the Bet365 or something.
Yeah, well,
like
it's funny.
Stoke or something.
It's funny because Wembley, if you actually go, I went to the stadium a few weeks ago. It's actually technically called Wembley Connected by EE.
Yeah.
No one's going to call it that.
No. No. But what do you think about this England-Wales clash coming up in about 2 weeks? Do you think it is going to end up being the decider for the Six Nations? Or
well, I think if England win, it's in. We can't lose it really because Scotland we should beat. Yeah, we lost to them last year, but last year was that it never happened. And we've got Italy. Italy, as you said the other day, Con, as well. You know, as much as I hate to say it, and I'm sorry for any fellow Italians listening, but you are the team where we experiment and we try and get as many tries as we can. And the bonus points is a must if we somehow lose to Wales, and then we got to rely on those bonus points.
Yeah.
So I the way I look at it, I just think if England win, that's it. I think the Six Nations on paper is over. But if Wales win, there's 3 teams in it.
Yeah. Certainly as well with Ireland playing against Italy. They could easily get the bonus point in that situation.
They've got to. If they want to win it, they've got to get the bonus point.
Yeah. So you're going to go for. You think England are going to go on?
I'm not going to predict this because I tried to predict it 6 years ago and we got battered on the final day, 30 points to 7. It was a very long evening.
Jack, do you think your Wales can cause an upset against England and remove them from the top of the table in the Six Nations Championship?
Well, like I said, that for me, that's always the biggest game. I know we said about rivalries, but I think that is, whichever order it's in. When England play Wales in the Six Nations, it's always the big one. But I'd like to think we'd get the win. I think obviously if we do that, I think the momentum will push Wales to the top.
Yeah.
I think it's good for Wales as well if they can win this Six Nations out of nowhere, because this to me is really important for preparation for the Rugby World Cup.
Is this his last year as well, Warren Gatlin?
It
Did he say
is,
that's
yeah,
for
yeah, because he did the Lions tour, didn't he, a couple of years ago as well. So I think the way I look at it, it's just I would like to see someone apart from New Zealand winning it this time. And if Wales go on to win it, it'd be amazing, because they are a rugby nation. We need these. I believe in any small. I'm sorry, but rugby is a sport that's still growing. And I always believe that you want more different nations to win it, because that means more money back into the sport in that nation, and to help grow it, because we need sports like rugby and cricket that need to get bigger. Like Qatar winning the Asia Cup the other week, it helps them get people to try out football instead of doing other things.
Joe, you already said England, didn't you?
Yeah.
You think you'll go on and win it?
I think England will win it. It'll leave a bit of a sour taste in my mouth if England don't win it with the points gap that they've got and stuff at the moment.
Yeah.